My name is Ron Holiday, and you're listening to the 3 Count Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Chaz Evans, and you are listening to the 3 Count Podcast presents Now Entering the Ring. Introducing first, he is my tag team partner. He's the second in command. He's the Red Dog of Red Dogs, and he's the only reason we actually have people on this show. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you Cliff Red Dog Miller.
All right. Wrestler catchphrase. That's it. That's my catchphrase.
And introducing second, he is the 67-time World National Hot Dog Eating. You know who he is. He booked himself to go over in this shoot street pit fight match. He's also the 16-time World Heavyweight National Coronavirus Surviving. Slap your mama because the chicken tastes like crack. Hide your kids, hide your wife, because he's coming for all your necks. He is the Idol Master, Chris Idol.
Always happy to be here.
And introducing, oh wait, he's not here. He's not here. Well, I would normally introduce the Napster, which is my little brother, and say that the only reason he's on this show is because he's my little brother and he doesn't watch any wrestling. He just watches What Culture and Ollie Davis. But he's not here. So, with that being said, I will do his catchphrase. I'd like to thank the sidewalks for keeping me off the streets. It's terrible times in here, and chitty chitty bang, but every day. And to all our listeners, you're beautiful people, and stay beautiful. So yeah,
You forgot your catchphrase.
Oh yes, I can do my new one. I don't do shit. I don't run shit. I just talk shit. Gotta get that on the shirt. Gotta get that on the shirt. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the 3 Count Podcast, Now Entering the Ring. You know the deal. You know we got somebody special on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Black Magic here in the 3 Count War Room. What's going on, my brother?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Clifford, you guys, thanks for having me on. And it's a pleasure to be here.
Oh,
Hell
man.
yeah.
It's man, we're happy to have you on. And we're here. We got to get into the mind of the man that is Black Magic. So, me, Cliff, Chris, we got a couple questions, and after that, we'll get right into the 10-count questions. You know, you can't lose. I promise you. It's a test that you can't lose.
Hey, let's get it started then. Let's get it started.
Boom! I like the way this man thinks. All right, so I'll start. Here we go. First question. Gotta know, how'd you get into wrestling?
Let me take it back to my childhood. So I was seeing something on TV at the age of 5 years old. And then my dad was watching it. I said, this might be something I'm interested in. He sat me on his lap. You know, I watched my favorite superstar, John Cena, one of my favorites, by the way. And I saw him FU Kurt Angle. And I'm like, oh, damn. And then I got into watching Jeff Hardy and Rey Mysterio, which are my top two favorites of all time. And then at the age of 6, I went to my first WWE live event, and it was a SmackDown in Evansville, Indiana. And I wore a Rey Mysterio mask, and Rey was one of the people that talked to me. You know how he comes out and talks to people with mask on? Yep, that's what I was one of them kids.
And I'm officially jealous of you.
Yeah. Oh man, why you gotta be jealous though? Why you gotta be jealous? I mean,
because man, listen, I have to play the story out. So I was probably like 12, I think, and I was at my grandmother's in Virginia watching wrestling, and I told her, I said, I'm going to be one of those kids that Rey Mysterio talks to. And she's like, listen, she said, Chaz, honey, if you can ever get those tickets, it'd be a miracle. She broke my heart right then and there. So I've been jealous of every kid that has ever been able to get that close proximity of Rey Mysterio. So I'm jealous. But go ahead, finish your story.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to break your heart, man. I'm really sorry about that. I'm really sorry. But anyway, after that, I've been going to shows ever since, man. That was my first show at 6 years old. I was really the hype kid in the crowd. But what made me really want to start doing this when I saw this pay-per-view called Armageddon, and it was in 2008, and it was Jeff Hardy, Edge, and Triple H in the main event match for the WWE title. It was a triple threat, and the finish of that match was really made me want to do this because Jeff Hardy swanton both Triple H and Edge to win the WWE title, and I was like, yeah, one of my favorite wrestlers just did a defining moment, and I'm gonna do this one day. So I've had that mentality ever since the age of 8 years old, practically 5, but 8. I started getting like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. So, and back in school, I used to get laughed at about this. That shit's fake. You're not gonna be nothing with this. I'm like, dude, shut up. Like, please, just get on with the negative vibes. And like, believe it or not, I used to go to school with title belts made out of cereal boxes, and like I'd bring my figures to show and tell in classrooms. People burst out laughing. I'm like, well, I guess I got my figures and my title belts. I feel like a champion, so who cares? Right. You know what I mean? Who cares? In my mind, I wanted to say shut the hell up, but I'd probably get sent to the principal's office. But and I started to look for places to wrestle at the age of 14. Couldn't really find anywhere, but I was talking to my mom, and then she was like, why don't you just wait till you're graduating out of school? I was like, I'm gonna focus on my grades too and still do this, and we can still travel. But she's not really a traveler though. She's not the type to get on the road all the time. So when I was 18, I started doing this. So we'll go into that later. So that's the rundown of my childhood and stuff. So
man, fuck them kids. That's all I'm gonna say. They're the same kids that are probably watching like Looney Tunes or Pokemon, thinking that they're gonna have like they can call the outcome, being like, yeah, go Pikachu, use Thunderbolt, nerd. Tell me that wrestling's fake, Pokemon fake too, assholes.
Yeah, Bakugan's fake too.
What? No, that's not fake. That's real. Okay, I've seen it numerous times.
Oh my god, I lied on 3 Count podcast. I apologize.
It wouldn't be the first time. I lie all the time on the 3 Count, so it's all good.
I know he doesn't like this.
So my next question is, so you started at 18. From 18 to now, who has been one of your inspirations?
Well, the 3 superstars, Jeff Hardy, Rey Mysterio, and John Cena. That Jeff Hardy and Rey Mysterio were my 2 inspirations to do the high flying skill, Mm-hmm. And John Cena's the inspiration of like him outside of wrestling. Like he wants to help people, donate funds, and go to charities and do all this and that. And I love to do that outside of wrestling, outside of the ring. Is what I love to do as a person, because I love to see people smile, put smiles on people's faces, kids, other families, help them out in any sort of way. And those are my big inspirations too. That's what I really love. And I try to follow them in their footsteps and do what they do. So
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's cool to see you using your platform, to do good and actually help people out. And where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself in 5 years. I really see myself in Impact Wrestling or the WWE, but I'd rather be on NXT rather than Raw or SmackDown, because I like to work under Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Figured, yeah. So people don't give Impact a lot of credit, and I think Impact is dope. It's not. It doesn't have that. It doesn't have that Dixie Carter stench anymore.
Yeah.
So Impact. Yeah. I can see you in Impact.
I've always loved Impact, bro.
That's what's up. Because there's a lot of people, and it got that bad name. Go Impact. They're like, ugh.
Yeah. I mean, it's slept on, but it's dope as shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely agree on that. And my last question is, if you were to give some advice to any up and coming wrestlers right now trying to make it into business, what would you tell them?
Like how I was brought into the business day one by my promoter of Chris Waddell and his brother Ray Waddell. They both brought me into business, gave me great advice, and they've been my mentors ever since. Well, with me trying to be a mentor to people, I'd be like, just take your time, listen to what your trainers tell you, keep your mouth shut. Don't talk back or anything because your attitude will slow you down in your wrestling career in the long run. And I've heard a lot of wrestlers that had their attitudes slow down, and that's what made them quit wrestling. And I wouldn't want that to happen to me or any other up and coming wrestler because I want all the wrestlers in the business to succeed. The ones that I know and ones I talk to on a daily basis. And yeah, I try to give them advice on how you would move in the ring and stuff like that. But right now, I'm not the type to give the biggest advice. But as soon as I grow more and prosper into this business, then yeah, I'm gonna start giving advice to people. But right now, I'm just gonna just keep listening to what I'm told and just keep my mouth shut because I don't want to cause any heat between me and anybody else. And nobody wants heat. It's bad. And I'm just not the type of person to burn bridges with anybody or anything. So, listening and having the brains up here is the key in the wrestling business. Always has. Always.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yep.
I guess it's my turn.
Hey, go ahead. Go.
The 3 Count listeners want to know what inspires you to wrestle.
Like I said again, high flying, and the selling part of wrestling too. Yeah, acting. Wrestling acting is a big part of wrestling, but most people really don't know that, and they don't see it very often. But if you just just watch and see what they do on TV, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Like they'll know what I'm talking about because I try to educate people on that sometimes. You know what I mean? So
I love a good person who can sell. I love good sellers.
Yeah. The 2 sellers that I love is the 2 best sellers is Shawn Michaels and Dolph Ziggler. They can sell their ass off. They really can.
Yeah, we've talked about it a couple times. I think for me, I like Dolph, I like Shawn, and then to be honest, it's crazy, but Enzo and Ronda Rousey were always really good at selling.
Yeah.
We always get our ass kicked, but it is what
I didn't think of Enzo at first, but then when I really started watching him, I was like, okay, this dude's got it, and he's legit with it,
Except for the one time that he wrapped his face across that bottom rope.
Oh man, botchmania right there,
huh? So next question for you, man, is what's the hardest part about being a wrestler?
Hardest part is being in shape. My cardio. I want to try. That's my main goal is to try to get my cardio better. Cause let me tell you, man, running those ropes is no joke, and you get tired very, very fucking quick from that shit. And you just gotta have the right cardio to do it, and you gotta be in your best shape. And I try to do that every day, every single day. Like I go to the gym, get my daily workout in, and then end it with cardio, either on the treadmill or ellipticals, or it's whatever, or the bike or whatever. So, and the other hardest part about being a wrestler is, calling a match maybe, but it's just like if you're in a match with certain difficult spots, then you'll you want to just have a hard time thinking about it. But if you get in your head too much, then you're gonna forget or you're gonna get hurt. So if you just slow down, take your time, like I said with the previous question, you'll be fine. You'll be fine with that. You know what I mean? Just Take your time. Don't think so much. Just breathe, relax, and everything will go smooth. And that's what I try to do because I don't want to who doesn't want to fuck up a spot? You know what I mean? But it's gonna happen because everybody makes mistakes, and all the matches aren't gonna be perfect.
Right.
I'm sorry to break the truth, but it's not. So.
Well, what's been your favorite fan interaction?
Favorite fan interaction. I ran into one fan at Target, and I think I bought them an action figure out the kindness of my art. You know,
Aren't you a nice
they
person?
They seen me there. Says like, "Oh my God, it's Black Magic! It's Black Magic!" I was like, "What's up? What's up?" You know, you want a figure, gift card, or anything? I got it, and yeah, they was happy to get that, and they wanted a picture with me, so I got that. And each time I have fan interactions at shows I'm at, when I'm in a meet and greet, signing autographs or selling my merch, you know, everybody just wants a picture with me. I think honestly, it's just a good feeling to do that because knowing people that love you for doing what you wanted to do since you were a youngin, like a kid, basically, it's just a good feeling. And you know, I kind of never had that love before, but now I'm really gaining it, and it's just one of the most heartfelt, heartwarming feelings I ever get. You know.
Right on. So, from your favorite fan interaction, what's the worst bump you've taken?
Oh, the worst bump I've taken was my first bump. My first bump in my tryout. They said let's take a back bump. First thing I do is I smack my head super hard on the mat. Smacked it, literally. And I didn't powder out the ring or anything. I was like, all right, let's regroup because that shit hurt. But I had a headache the rest of the tryout, but I still did it. I still went 110% because I had that mindset mentality. It was like, I ain't finna let no little headache stop me from pursuing my dream or anything. See, I got the Mamba mentality like Kobe, right? RP Kobe. And you know, I just had to keep going, and that it wouldn't have been right for me to just walk out and quit like that because I don't got that mentality. I got a dream to pursue, and I'm just gonna go 110% all the time, and you know that's what I was always taught with. So yeah, the back bump hit my head was the worst one I ever took. So, but I did have aspirin on me. Thank God I did.
That's good. I'm glad you had aspirin. All right,
Yeah.
so Black Magic. What's the worst match you've ever had?
The worst match. Shoot. The worst match I had it was at the end of the year. It was like last year in 2019. I had a show. It was in December. I forgot the date though, but it was like a triple threat tag team match with me and two other teams. And I forgot so many spots that match that I was like, you know, the crowd went silent and everybody was like, you know, what's going on? What's going on? And I got kind of lost, but at the end of the match, I started picking it back up, but then again, I just, you know, fell off. And I was so mad at myself for that match, and I thought everything went to shits, but you know, luckily I had some people in the locker room telling me keep my chin up. You're gonna have matches like that. You're not gonna have all perfect matches. You're gonna have some matches where you're feeling like you can't do shit. You feel like it's just been a bum day, and you know it was one of those matches, and I felt very disappointed about it in myself. Like I let myself down. I feel like I let the fans down, you know. I feel like I let everybody down with that one. But I at the end of the day, I still picked my head up. So
That's good.
yeah.
Keep moving forward. That's the whole idea behind it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What's the hardest you've ever been hit inside the wrestling ring?
I can't exactly say I've been hit hard, like jawed, but No. Actually, yes. I take that back. I take that back. First show of the year is January the 5th of 2020, before the Rona started. Let's say I was in a handicap match, and it was me and my partner at the time, and we were facing Stonewall, and I think I leaned in. He didn't mean to hit me, but I caught his fist, and it like kind of cut my lip a little bit. That was a hard hit. So like he was doing like a chop clothesline combo, and I just like sort of leaned in like a dumbass, and then I paid the price for it. So I was like, shit. I didn't want to say it out loud though. I didn't want the crowd to hear me say shit or fuck or like that. But in my mind, silently under my breath, I was like, fuck, because that shit fucking hurt. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you.
I can imagine. All right. What's your biggest regret that you have when it comes to your wrestling career? And if you don't have one with your career, what about in life?
The biggest regret. I don't even know if I really have the biggest regret, you know. I really don't. Wish I would think of one, but I really can't think of one right now, to be honest with you guys. So
I know that's cool. It's good. You live a life where you're not filled with regrets. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
Okay. My final question for you. What's your favorite Rey Mysterio match?
Damn, why'd you have to hit me with the hardest damn question, man? Come on, Chris. Come on, Idol man. But I'm bullshitting with you. My favorite Rey Mysterio match has to be the white and black one, but with the white straps hanging low. Has to be my favorite. And that was the one I wore to the SmackDown Live event when me and him touched heads. And I wish I still had that mask, but my mother gave it away. I was like, why? Because she thought I was like too old to be having this stuff. I'm like, no, this is gonna be worth money one day. I know Rey Mysterio masks are gonna be worth money, and they are now. So, you know.
Alrighty then. Well, it's now we have reached to the point. Normally we'd have JJ here asking some dumbass questions, but he's not here. So we're gonna move on to the 10 count questions. Ooh, all right, Cliff. It just popped in my mind just now. If I don't tell you this now, I'm not gonna remember it. So can we get some sound effects for when I say the 10 count questions, like from off of Millionaire? You know, like who wants to play Millionaire? And the lights go down. Yeah, can we do that?
Yeah, we'll get that. I'll get that.
Anyway.
That'd be fun. Look, I've always wanted to be on Millionaire too. I want to win $1 million. Me and you got the same mindset, man.
Exactly.
Got the same mindset.
I like this guy. He can stay.
Sir.
All right. So here's the 10 count questions. I got 10 questions for you. All right. First thing that comes into your mind, doesn't matter. It can be ridiculous as hell. Like I said, someone had said pumpkin to a SmackDown or Raw. So you can't fail. This is the only test that you can legitimately not fail. So, with that being said, let's put the imaginary timer on. Ding. You heard that, right? Yeah.
I heard it.
Imaginary timer. All right, here we go. And first question is, favorite wrestler?
Jeff Hardy.
Paper or plastic?
Plastic.
Justice League or Avengers?
Avengers, always.
Biggie or Tupac?
Tupac.
Yes, sir. What pisses you off the most?
When people say dumb stuff or ask me dumbass questions.
Favorite movie?
Friday.
Yes, yeah, I like
let's go.
Last time you laughed out loud?
Like a second ago.
SmackDown or Raw?
I'm gonna have to go with SmackDown.
You can never go wrong with the blue brand.
No
Favorite
way.
Favorite color?
Blue.
And last but not least, favorite curse word?
Fuck.
Yes! I get so happy when people say fuck is their favorite cuss word.
Yo, ain't never go wrong with that.
Like, you can just put the word fuck in front of everything and it put more emphasis on the word. Like, if you don't get the fuck here, you fucking retard, you stupid dumb fuck. Yeah. Like, get your fucking ass over here, you fucker. Yeah, like, awesome.
You know what? If you say pumpkins to a SmackDown and Raw question, get the fuck out of here. You're fucking
get the fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Oh man. Well, that's the show, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta give a huge shout out to Black Magic. Thank you, sir, for being on here. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate the time, and I love the laughs that we did, yo. I love the laughs.
Oh, of course. 3 count. We're always laughing. We always say the 3 count podcast is just 4 guys shooting the shit. That's all it is. But plug some socials in so people can follow you, so the fans can follow you. So yeah.
I got you. Instagram is at BLK_MGK8. My Twitter is the same way, but the B is capitalized, the L is lowercase, the K is capitalized, _ capital M, lowercase G, and capital K8. And that's the Twitter handle. Facebook is Matt Diesel. And I also have a fan page called Black Magic. Y'all go like that up and tell your friends, share it, get it all over the world. And I got a YouTube channel called Black Magic. Y'all can look that up too. So
awesome.
You won't miss a thing when it comes to Black Magic now. You won't miss a thing.
Exactly. So if you don't want to miss a thing, make sure you go follow Black Magic on all his social medias. Go subscribe, hit that bell button, and all that.
Yeah,
so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chaz Evans, here with Black Magic, here with the Red Dog, Cliff Miller, and the Idol Master himself, Chris Idol in the flesh, and for JJ, because who the fuck knows where he's at. So, with that being said, you all have a wonderful day, and be there for the next episode, or be somewhere fucking else.
Wherever.
Hey guys, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to our channel to get the best content from the 3 Count. We're the best podcast out there. Don't let anyone tell you different. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at 3 Count Pod, as well as on Twitter at 3 Count_pod.